Dear, is that how I feel about that? Blimey. It's not about swinging, is it?
No.
Good luck, everybody.
Have a good show, guys.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thanks, Petal.
Played the wrong one.
Three men close to a midlife crisis. Three microphones, one Zoom call, all lead to this. It's the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
Hello, welcome along to the As Yet Unnamed Podcast. Every Monday morning on your podcast app, we are there for you in these strange times. Hope you are well. My name is Ian Barstow, joined by Damian Lee. Hello, Damian.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you. And Mr. Darren Antrobus. Hello.
Good evening, both of you. Are you well, I take it?
Yes. Apart from Damian, who I think has got a cold, which isn't COVID.
Yeah, I have. Bless.
That's what they all say. That's what they all say when they get a sniffle. It's not COVID.
Bless my cousin as well. She actually noticed that. Yeah, I am. But to be a bit of a Dr. Hilary Jones, it is just a common cold. I'm very kind of guitar. Is it guitar? Guitar.
Good.
Snot.
Qatar.
So a lot of snot up here.
Gunk.
I think since my kids have been back to school, because the two kids have got runny noses as well, we've been in the house, we've been shielding, all of that sort of stuff, and then we'll go back to school and touch tables. So yeah, I've got a sniffle. So if I do sound like I've got corks up my nose, I apologise.
Good, thank you for that. So don't sneeze and blast snot all over the camera. That would not be nice.
Oh, really? Come
Yeah, I know. And Darren, how's your week been, sir?
It's been all right. I just thought I'd just show the.
Was that wedding bells?
Yes. We kept it nice and quiet because basically, do you know why we kept it really quiet? Is because
no one loves you.
No, it's not that. It's just that how do we tell 100 odd people we're going to only choose 6?
Easy. It's COVID. We can only choose 6 people. You'll have to wait. I said that to you on a text message, so you know.
Yeah, so basically we just said, look, let's just get on with it because they had a vacancy, they had an availability, and we were going to wait till November, but they said, look, you can do it in a couple of weeks. Which
they said what? Sorry.
What?
Do you notice how, David?
Don't.
I'm just going to say you weren't paying attention then because you were looking at something else on probably your phone.
I was, to be honest.
Yeah.
When Barbara walks in from a nudist place. There's only certain areas your eyes go. And, this is a modern show. However, I don't expect our producer of the show to turn up with 4 flannels covering body area.
You are obsessed. So, yes, Darren, you got married. So, congratulations to you for your marriage.
It's amazing.
It's really good news.
There's a load of cack around at the moment and loads of negative stories, and I think that's lovely, mate. So, congratulations. And how long have you been with him?
I've got no answer to that.
Well, you have. It's not a him, it's a her. Yeah. It's your wife.
Yeah.
Sorry. I because obviously you're on this show with a campist guy in Redditch, a living, breathing presenter that is Ian, that is a gay man. Wonderful to be as well.
I'm not Damien. I've actually got a wife and 4 kids downstairs.
It's awkward, isn't it?
Yeah.
Living.
Yeah.
So,
no, Darren, I didn't want to assume or anything, but, being a kind of I would describe you as a balloon with maybe little plucks of kiwi hair. A large balloon with kiwi hair and caterpillar eyebrows. Hello there. Ooh,
do you know last week?
Yes.
It was you were an egg with a beard, and now you're a kiwi fruit.
Yeah,
I used to know someone that used to eat kiwi fruits with the skin on. Just thought I'd let you know that.
I love his head.
Minging.
I just want to get like his head. It's just.
I'm just waiting for a bowling ball to come out yet.
No, it's just your head.
No.
I think you've got such a fascinating shaped head. It's so oval. Like, it's not even...
No, them are the headphones, you clown.
No, but they David Beckham has got the most perfect face symmetrically. You've got the perfect oval head. I just want to get it.
Yeah, as opposed to your Moomin head. Yeah.
Moomin.
Unbelievable.
That's a
I remember
reference.
the Moomins.
That's a reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they have a big chin?
Yes, they did. I'm just very going to quickly, talking of, Damien sort of
Moomins.
presuming that I was a gay man.
Right.
Darren, I was listening to Darren on his radio show. He's a radio presenter, by the way. Did you know that? Has he said that at
Didn't
all?
know.
No,
Is he
yeah.
actually- he does this for a living.
He does it for a living every day, every weekday he's there.
Wow.
And I was listening, and I texted him a little bit of a thing. Oh, you're late for the news. That wasn't a very good link. All that sort of stuff.
Right.
And then
Effectively, he snooped me.
I
Now,
did.
For the people that are listening don't know what a snoop is, it's when a program controller will listen in just to see you keeping the standards up.
yeah, I tuned in this morning. You got a very, very feminine voice. I really wondered what was going on.
Yes,
Sounded much better, actually, to be fair.
it's my alter ego.
Yeah.
On the
Have
weekend.
we got any footage of this? at
Not
all,
footage,
or-
no, but he did give me a little shout out, and I'm just gonna play this because it's he's basically stereotyping what a lot of the gay community like.
I wasn't.
I'll play that one for my mate Ian, who's got me tuned in anyway on his smart speaker. He loves a bit of S Club 7, he does. He's got pictures all around his room, on his ceiling and everywhere of S Club 7, and he's 42. He's 42 and he still loves S Club 7. Nothing wrong with that. But I felt like I outgrew S Club 7 back in like 1998, something like that. Don't know. Anyway, thank you very much to all of you who.
So a couple of things on that, Darren. One, just because I'm gay doesn't mean I love S Club 7. Reach for the stars. I do like S Club 7, but that's not, you're stereotyping
So
there.
there you go. Yeah.
So you
okay.
are stereotyping.
Carry on.
Number two, I think S Club 7 were in the early 2000s rather than the 98.
No, I think you'll find that their first hit was 1997 or late 90s.
And thirdly, I don't have steps posters on the walls and on the ceiling of my bedroom. I have mirrors. So there you go.
Oh dear me.
It's time for the never-ending highlight of the show. Fight to the end. That is Darren versus Damian on the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
So this is Darren versus Damien. I will play you 10 sounds. You need to tell me what these sounds are from a varying different things. So they could be movies, TV, they could be sound effects, they could be songs, all that sort of stuff. You get a point or two for each one, and then when we do the results later in the show, you get the chance to have 5 points added if you identify the mystery voice. Last week, I think the score was 10-4 to Darren, and Darren is currently leading this 2-1. Damien, pay attention. Leave the Facebook on your phone alone.
I wasn't. I was tickling Barbara's feet then, actually. Sorry
Okay,
about that.
thanks.
Yeah.
Right, so are you both ready to play Darren versus Damien round
Can't wait.
4? Good,
Let's do
right,
it.
let's do this then. So, I'm going to play you 10 sounds. You need to tell me what these sounds are. First one, can you tell me who this is?
You're in a hotel. They'll charge you as much as £10 to hand launder a dress shirt.
Oh.
Can you
Yeah.
tell me who this is?
You're in a hotel. They'll charge you as much as £10 to hand launder a dress shirt.
Easy.
Yeah.
Absolute easy.
That's going to bug Damien, I can tell by the look on his face. He knows who it is, but he can't quite put his
Yeah,
finger
no, you're
on
right,
the
yeah.
person. Right, clip number 2. Can you tell me what film this is from?
Yeah, easy.
Can you
Yeah,
tell
got that
me
one.
what...
Got
You,
that one.
you don't need me to play that again?
No, we're all
Okay,
good on that one.
excellent.
We're all good on that one.
Can you tell me what this is?
Yeah.
I need you to be specific on this one. What is this?
Yeah, easy. I think I'm going to win this one.
I tried to make this hard. Well, I'm going to wait for the answers, but I tried to make this a little bit harder this week because I didn't want to.
I'm so sorry, Moobin. You're going to look like a fool again.
Not great are these, to be honest. Not great.
I
And I do think Rick Waller's Love Child is ahead of me by about 15 points already.
think you may be right. Rick Wallace.
That's where did that come from? That is really harsh.
Rick
Consider-
Wallace Love Child.
That's the size issue.
What do you
isn't
mean?
it?
No, it wasn't the size.
It was.
It's just because if you look at him, he's got a circular kiwi hair.
Body?
No, head. It's not your body. It's just the kiwi head and the little tuft of hair.
Captain, can we move on, please?
Number 4. Can you tell me who this is? And for a bonus point, can you tell me what it is from?
Hey, let's talk Kedgeree here, ladies and gentlemen. We're not.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Can you tell me who this is? And for a bonus point, what it is from?
Hey, let's talk Kedgeree here, ladies and gentlemen. We're not.
That is
Number 5. Can you tell me what language this is?
Piacere di conoscerla.
Can you tell me what language this is?
Piacere di conoscerla.
Yeah? Both?
Yes, I
both,
can.
both you
Yeah.
can? Good, right, okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Number 6. I'm going to play you a song backwards. We did 2 of these this week. We've got 2 of them this week. Can you tell me the group and the title of the song? Not as easy as last week, is it? Can you
No,
tell
come on.
me the group and the name of this song?
Well, that's been-
That's a really difficult one, by the way. I was very happy with that one. I like that one. Right, number 7. Can you tell me what film this is from?
Hello.
Can you tell me what...
You can't just do that.
Oh, yes, I can. Can you tell me what film this is from?
Hello.
I'm going to go with a wild guess with that.
Wowzers.
I've taken a pot look on that.
Right, number 8. I'm going to give you 2 points. This is a sped up song. Can you tell me the artist and the title? And that's the only way we can play any music on a podcast is by doing that. Otherwise we get done for copyright. Can you tell me who the artist and the title of this is? If I didn't have that in front of me, I would have absolutely no idea who that was. I'll be honest with you.
Are you sure?
Yes, very much so. Just shut up, idiot. Right. Number 9. Can you tell me what TV show this is?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
I've won this week.
And number 10, last but not least, can you tell me the artist and song title for this? Yes?
Yeah.
Are we all good?
Yes, we
I'm a
are.
bit
Yes.
sick of this quiz, to be honest. Used to like it. Not really a fan now. Happy to do a different item. To be fair.
So, that was... Go on, Darren.
That's because Moomin, you're rubbish at it.
That was part 1. We will give you the answers of Darren versus Damian later in the show.
It's time for the never-ending highlight of the show. Fight to the end. That is Darren versus Damian on the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
And that was Darren versus Damian part 1. What's that face for, Damian?
You what, sorry?
What's the face for?
Oh, it's Babs again.
Is she doing dirty things?
What, sorry?
Is she doing dirty things?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Has she got an animal in there with you?
Pardon?
Just asking.
I'd just rather move on, to be honest.
Just checking. Just
Yeah.
checking.
Can she not be at someone else's house?
No.
It's a free, do you know what I mean? It's a freeway.
This is the As Yet Unnamed Podcast with Ian Barstow, Damian Lee, and Darren Antrobus.
Let's crack on and let's have our news for this week. I am going to start because this is one that we will all. I don't know if you've heard that it is today. It's a very special anniversary for a certain thing that we all know, we all grew up with. It is 35 years to the day that the CBBC broom cupboard started with Mr. Philip Schofield.
Love it.
35 years ago that started.
And you know what? Darren's favourite, that little Kiwi balloon down there. Do you know who his favourite was? Simon Parkin. Pathetic. Who remembers him? And there was Darren.
He wasn't actually. Do you know who my favourite was?
Go on.
Toby Anstis.
No.
He did. Yeah.
No.
He took over from Andy Peters.
Yeah, but no.
No. For me, it was Andy Peters and Andy Crane.
See, for me, it was Schofield and Andy Peters. Take of that what you will.
But that's probably because you are older than us, though, Ian, to be honest.
Well, not by much, mate. Not by much.
All right, mate.
All right.
Look at you. 3. All right, mate.
All right, mate. You all right, mate? So, yeah, it was 35 years ago today that the broom cupboard started. So I thought I would just mention that. That was quite a good one. But my actual news story for this week. Go on, Darren. You're going to interrupt me.
I was going to ask a question about the broom cupboard because I saw on YouTube, not long ago, actually, because I was researching some stuff about Andy Peters, as he always looked like, boo.
Never ages, that man.
So I did it on YouTube and I had a quick look, and I saw some behind the scenes footage.
You did it on YouTube?
What?
You did it on YouTube?
You'll get banned from YouTube if you do that sort of stuff on there.
I mean, what's the matter with him?
I had a look at him on YouTube, and when I was watching him, he was doing some behind
Andy
the scenes.
Peters in the nude.
So if someone's just tuning in now, I did it on YouTube and I watched him from behind and I mean, really? They'd be like, what have I tuned into?
Oh, Moomin, be quiet, please. So basically,
stick.
It will stick. It will stick. So we did some behind the scenes footage. I want to know, did they physically press the buttons in the broom cupboard like they were
Yes.
to look like?
Yes, they did.
Because they had a gallery behind them as well in the other room.
No, they did. They definitely did to start with. They were definitely the continuity announcer and press the buttons to play the shows.
Oh, okay.
At the beginning of it. It might have changed later on, but yeah, definitely at the beginning they were the continuity announcer and pressed the buttons to play the shows.
You got a sweat on?
Yes, I have. It's quite warm in here. Right, so my news story is this week. Just before I go into this, the person involved in it is absolutely fine. Didn't sustain any life-changing injuries.
I saw this.
So a man blew up his home kitchen and basically half of his house by trying to swat a fly with one of those electric zapper things. Do you know the things that look like tennis rackets that you can use that are electric?
I've got one in there.
Yeah. And when you first get them, you always think, oh, I wonder what it's like to press. And then
I never have.
I never have either, because it's like, no, I don't want to do that.
Can you imagine if you did it on a round head? It'd be like an egg. It would just a big crack would come down the middle. Yolk coming out of me because I'm a big giant egg.
Obsessed. So yes, he used that, and basically he didn't realise that there was a gas leak in his house at the time, and when he hit the fly or hit something, boom. His whole house blew up. The kitchen and part of his roof was destroyed, but he escaped serious injury by diving on the kitchen floor. And I like the last line of this story. I do like. It is not known whether the offending fly survived the blast.
Do you know, incidentally, with these fly swatters, we've got one, and if you listen very carefully when you press the button, it emits like a very high pitched.
It's called electricity, yeah.
So when I go for the wasps or the flies or whatever they are, I reckon they can hear that because they go nuts and they start flying. Before I've even taken a swing, they go crazy.
Probably, to be fair, because they know you're going to be attacking them with something that's going to kill them.
So they don't know that. They're thick, aren't they? Wasps and flies and stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. David Attenborough down there.
If there's
Welcome back. I've just done my show, and this week we're going to be talking about wasps. They're all thick. They don't know what they're doing. They're thick. All right, wasps. They're thick. How do you know this stuff? Who told you that? Was it your program controller? Was it Barbara?
No, I watched a lot of Chris Packham when I was younger. So.
I can't stand that man. Sorry, I'm just going to put that out
Very
there.
controversial.
Oh, I
He's
can't
very-
stand
He
it.
is lately. He is lately. Yeah.
He's like you,
It's-
Ian, when you're on one. Oh, you
It's not even that though. It isn't even that. It's just I just don't like him. Basically, him and Ben Fogle, two people, I just can't stand.
No, I'll let Fogel go, but I'm with you about.
I'd let him go.
There's just something like Simon Parkin. I hated him as well. What a miserable gig
I will
he
say
was.
about Simon Parkin, he used to do Shopping Channel. He used to do one of the shopping channels, and he was hilarious on there. It was Friday night, and if you used to come, had a bit of a drink, and then you watch him, and then anyway. Right, Darren, what's your news for this week, please?
My news is something.
Further up, to be honest.
Again, obsessed. His Freeview channels, his 10-minute Freeview, because he can't be bothered to pay for it.
Oh, do you know, Damien, you're probably still this person who watches Bid TV. Aren't you?
That used to be
Do you know
funny.
who was on that?
Who?
Trevor. Oh, what was his name? What was the guy who used to present Double Dare back in the day?
Oh, Trevor. Oh, yes.
Yeah, if you do a
Double Dare,
search
wasn't
on
that Dave
him-
Benson Phillips?
No, that was Run the Risk. If you do a search on that guy, he used to present on Bid TV, and he was fantastic. Now, bit of a fact for you. I went for an audition.
Did you?
And it is one of the hardest things you will ever do, because they're talking in your ear every 5 seconds. Turn it to camera 1, turn it to camera 2. Tell everyone how exuberant it is. Tell them how spiky it is. Tell them how smooth it is.
Tell them how much they want it.
It's a real skill, a real skill. All right.
And right, let me just take a note of that. 33 minutes. I'm going to clip that.
Yeah,
it's
there's a
definitely
sound clip there. Yeah.
So, Darren, your
Trevor-
news, please.
Yeah, my news then is a story that I heard. Shall I be truthful of where I heard it or not?
You can be.
I heard it on another radio station, actually, just scanning around the dial, see what everybody else is up to. Basically, it's about last meals. The meals before you... How can I sugarcoat it? Meals before you...
Die.
Yeah, kick the bucket, slip off, whatever. Anyway, so what would your last meal be?
I would go for a rare steak, so a fillet steak, raw.
Raw?
Bloody. No, not raw. What's it called? Rare.
Blue.
Not raw.
Blue.
No. Just where it's a bit bloody, not blue.
Right.
So and probably some potato dauphinoise and
You
some
snob.
and a quail leg on the side with maybe some beef dripping.
So you got to slip off the mortal coil, knowing that everyone thinks you stuck up a little bit. No? Yeah.
All right, just because you'd have a bit of blue stripe ham with a bit of egg in the middle. All this is nice, isn't it? Or have a bit of. I can't
No,
say the.
what?
No, sorry. Go.
See the idea of the last meal would be is it doesn't matter what it is as long as you love every mouthful of it. So I would have the cheesiest bowl of mash, and we're talking not just a bit of mash.
Oh yeah.
So when you put the spoon in or the fork in, you pick the mash up and it's stringy with cheese.
Oh.
A steak pie with a pastry, mushy peas and gravy.
Oh no, that's
And
don't
it
have
would
much.
be a big. I think I'd die from overeating that than whatever else is about to kill me anyway.
Well, I would have quite easily. I would go into a Greggs and eat every single thing in the Greggs.
Do you like
pastry
everything
section.
from a Greggs?
Everything from a Greggs. I can't eat any Greggs stuff because obviously I'm gluten free. So I would go in and I would have about 50 sausage rolls, 50 pastry things, so whatever they do, and pasties and all that sort of stuff. That would be my last meal because I wouldn't care that I'd be really ill because I'd be dying.
Yeah,
I'd
you'd be dying in
alright.
agony by the sound of that. Then you would.
No, as long
What
as
Darren-
in the last hour, it'd be all right.
What Darren said there in regards to, don't we as Brits, we like the kind of quite heavy starchy stuff, and that is a proper winter meal that Darren said. Bit of pie, bit of a gravy, bit of mash, but proper mash. And that sounds lush. Actually.
I like brown food. Do you know what I mean by brown food?
Sorry?
So brown food.
Carb.
Yeah,
heavy
so
food.
like breaded stuff,
Yeah.
like breaded fish, breaded chicken, chips.
Yeah.
A plate of brown food to me, I'd have that over a Michelin chef restaurant any day.
I mean, let's throw it out there.
It depends what you put on it. I'd put ketchup on my steak.
Heathen.
Steak
Steak,
and
chips,
red
steak,
sauce.
steak, chips, mushy peas, and red sauce. Oh yeah.
What do you have in your bacon sarnie? Do
What
you
do-
have red ketchup, As in ketchup, or do you have brown
Yeah,
sauce?
yeah, both. Yeah.
Red on a bacon sandwich.
So would you say, Darren, in that instance, you're a bit of both?
I know where you're going with this.
Sorry?
If it comes to sauce, yes.
I think you're a one lump kind of guy. Go for one lump.
My tea with 1 lump or 2 lumps in it.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
All of that just from having a bit of both.
Yeah, definitely. Right, let's find out. Do you want to find out the answers for the Darren versus Damien? Right, time for the answers for Darren versus Damien.
It's time for the never-ending highlight of the show. Fight to the end. That is Darren versus Damian on the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
Tension is rife. So we are going to play you the clips one more time, and I need the answers from you to get the points. Then at the end of the round, we will have the bonus mystery voice.
Sorry, Damien. Sorry, Damien. This is merely a formality just to round the feature off. But I know I've won.
It is not Whoopi Goldberg. It is not Whoopi Goldberg. It is not Chris Rock, and it is not RuPaul, who Damien said. So it is none of those is the mystery voice. We will get to that, though, after we play you the answers for this. So, clip number 1. Can you tell me who this is?
You're in a hotel. They'll charge you as much as £10 to hand launder a dress shirt.
Darren. Actually, no. No. Damien first, please.
And I really know that. And you're going to tell me, and I'm going to kick myself at it because I know that voice. And it's just not coming to me. I know that voice. No, I haven't got enough time. And it would have come to me.
He's the king of the one-liners, and he also came back from the grave to do an advert about what killed him as well. Do you remember the advert from Bob Monkhouse?
It is Bob Monkhouse. Well
Wow.
done.
Do you know what? I don't think I would have got that.
Is that not who you were thinking?
No. Well, I wasn't thinking anyone, was I? Couldn't get it.
Right, number 2. Can you tell me what film this is from? Darren.
Chariots of Fire.
Damien.
I've gone Chariots of Fire as well.
Correct.
Or is that...
It is. It is
Is
Chariots
it?
of Fire.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Is that piece of music actually called Chariots of Fire as well?
I can't remember, to be honest, but it is known for Chariots of Fire. It was also known for the Mr. Bean sketch at the opening of the 2012 Olympics, when he did that and he ran across the beach. Right, number 3. Can you tell me what this is? I need you to be specific. Damien.
I've gone for the ident to 20th Century Fox.
Darren.
Universal opening credits with the world.
It is.
It is Universal.
I know that because it's one of the Fast and Furious openings.
It is.
No, you know why you know that? Because if you were looking at a globe, you look like a globe. It's on a little thing. It's like a round globe.
He's a bad loser, isn't he?
People would think we almost planned this, wouldn't they? Right, number 4. Can you tell me what programme this is and who it is? 2 points up for grabs.
Hey, let's talk Kedgeree here, ladies and gentlemen. We're not...
I will play it one more time.
Hey, let's talk Kedgeree here, ladies and gentlemen. We're not...
Darren.
It's Ainsley Harriott, and I'm sure it's something like Can't Cook, Won't Cook, something similar, like a cookery programme.
Damien.
That is Ted Rogers and Dusty Bin.
Darren, you have 1 point. It is Ainsley Harriott. It is from Ready, Steady,
Oh, I was right. No,
I'm a bit sick of this, to be honest.
No, you weren't.
Clickety-click.
No, you weren't right with that. You said can't cook, won't cook. It's Ready, Steady, Cook. Can you tell me what language this is?
Piacere di conoscerla.
Damien.
Something very close to my heart. Marcus Tandy and Pilar from the 1992 soap.
Yeah, so what language is it?
Spanish.
Eldoradian.
That's right.
Darren.
No, I think it's actually the Worcestershire race brand or area of the Moomin language, actually. No, I'm joking. Is it Italian?
It is Italian.
No.
It is.
I don't know why I bother, to be honest.
No, not why.
Full of a cold, knackered. Do I need this in my life? Seriously.
Mate,
Kids, get to bed. What do you mean, Dad? Can I have a story? It doesn't matter. Get to bed. Podcast. But Daddy, one more. Forget it. Off you go. But Dad, right, that's it. Door shut.
Number 6. Can you tell me who this is and what the title of the song is? This is really. I think this is really difficult.
It is.
Right. So, Darren, coming to you.
It's a proper potluck one, this. I'm going for Bros, When Will I Be Famous?
Damien.
I've gone for Bros. When will I be famous?
You're both right on the artist. It is Bros. Well done.
I owe you nothing.
Yes. It is I Owe You Nothing. So you were both right on the artist.
Can I have both scores?
No,
then?
you can't have both points. Damien, come on. Right, can you tell me what movie this is from?
Hello.
Damien.
I do know this, actually, because there's a little bit of room music there. There's a bit of sloshing. And let's be honest, 9.5 weeks.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No, you're so wrong. Darren.
I don't know what the film is called, but it's a green sloppy thing, like a bubble that moves around. I think Tom Hanks was in it, Boobs or something.
No, you're thinking of... No, you're completely wrong. It is...
Hello.
Finding Nemo. It's when Nemo first sees the sharks.
I've seen. Oh, the sharks are good eye.
Yeah,
fish are friends.
Yeah. It's when they first meet the sharks. So there you go. Haha.
Very good.
Right. Number 8. Can you tell me who this is and what the song is called? Darren.
It's your favourite band, mate, Ian. It's Ian.
Go on, what is it?
It's ABBA.
And? No, too late. Damien.
Yeah, I've gone for ABBA, and it's not, because I put Dancing Queen, it's not.
No, it's SOS. ABBA SOS.
Yes.
Right, number 9. What TV show is this? Damien.
Mastermind.
Yay, Darren.
Yeah, you got one right, mate. Bless you.
Did you say Mastermind, Darren?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course I did, yeah.
Did you hear him there? What a patronising little blue. Oh, I'm sorry that you've turned up here. Oh, you come to do a little podcast. Come and look at your little spiky little hair. I tell you, honestly, I'd pop your head.
He's a terrible loser, isn't he, Ian?
He is. It was, of course, Mastermind. Very famous, very easy one. Right, 10th and final. Right, can you tell me the artist and song for this, please? Darren.
It's Adele, but all of the songs sound the same, so I don't know the song.
Damien.
That is Bjork and Escape the Tron.
No, it is Adele and Set Fire to the Rain.
Right.
Oh, blimey, O'Reilly, Damien, you need to try better. 1, 2,
Not
3,
Bjork?
4. No, definitely not. Right, Damien has 4 and Darren has 9. So, Damien, you can theoretically tie this round if you can guess the mystery voice. For week number 4, I'm going to play you the clip twice. I give you 13 seconds to decide what you think it is. Can you tell me who this is?
Good. That's good.
Can you tell me who this is?
Good. That's good.
Come on then.
Damien.
Pee Wee Herman.
No, Darren.
I've kept this to myself since last week. Do you remember me messaging you boys?
Yeah.
I think it's Michael Jackson.
Good. That's good.
That is Michael Jackson. Yay! Oh, if ever there was a whitewash, that was it. It is 3-1 to Darren. That was Michael Jackson.
Good. That's good.
Oh, wow. It just came to me.
Oh, I thought that was going to go on for long. I'm going to have to find another one now.
No,
right.
you can do. Just write my notice. Yeah, just address, dear Captain. I've really enjoyed. I haven't enjoyed the last few weeks. It's a con, and we're on away together if you like. Yeah, go camping together. Nudists, that's fine. Wear your flannel.
That's a bit like
Never
that.
been, you know.
That's a bit like a famous football team game where they won something like 20-0 or something or other. Went down in football history.
Prefer to move on, to be honest.
That
Go
was
for something
this
different.
week's.
No item.
That was this week's
Damien.
Darren versus Damien.
It's time for the never-ending highlight of the show. Fight to the end. That is Darren versus Damian on the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
Shall we move on? Damien, are you all right, mate?
Do you know what? You're like a watermelon with little ends of a stickle brick just sticking out of it.
Is that all you got? Bald-headed jokes? Is that it?
You're just a watermelon.
Damien, have you got literally a list of? Have you got like a list of printed off of all different things you can
Listen,
analyse?
sweetie, Red Dwarf has run for how many years, and they still come up with jokes about Crichton's head. So I think towards the end of time, I will have something about the big bear's head. So that is brilliant.
That's it for the first half of the As Yet Unnamed podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. We'll be back very shortly with the top 5 bands. Darren is going last this week because I've got a feeling we may need a long time to get through his completely bad, rubbish choices. I have a feeling it's going to be one of those weeks. So we'll be right back with that. If you are listening, don't forget to click on subscribe. Give us a rating and leave a comment as well. And you can check out our website, the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.uk. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
3 men close to a midlife crisis. 3 microphones. 1 Zoom call. All lead to this. It's the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
Lovely. Are you all right there, Damien? Because you don't seem too smiley tonight. Are you feeling bruised?
What is that? What is that? Hello, welcome back to part 2 of the As Yet Unnamed podcast. I am Ian Barstow.
I'm Damien Lee.
And I'm Daz Antrobus. How are you?
Is that a rhetorical question?
Yeah, I'm not really bothered how you are.
You know what rhetorical means?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking. We are out every Monday morning from 6 a.m. on your podcast feed. Don't forget to click on subscribe. And we will appear every single week. We release an episode. Also, every Wednesday, if you're enjoying what you're listening to and you want to see us do this live, then we broadcast live every Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. UK time. You can come and watch us do this live and then listen back to it and realise how good we are at editing it to make ourselves sound a lot better and a lot more professional. Well, me at least, anyway. So, in the second half, we always do our top 5, and this week our top 5 is bands. That's a band or group an ensemble of people was the definition last week. So, right, let's get on with it. I am going to start this week. We're going to leave Darren until last because I've got a feeling it's going to be bad. So, my number 5 group and band formed in 1989. It is a 5-piece band, and they
already
are
on my list.
And they are a band because they play their own instruments, and they are still
Already
going now. Already on, it's on your list. I thought it might be. They are the most successful boy band in the world. They have sold. They have got 12 number ones, 28 top 40s, and 8 number one albums. It is, of course, Take That.
1989. Hang on a minute.
They did.
1989 they first started.
And I remember seeing them. Here's a show for you from the past. Can you remember Motormouth?
Yes, on
Yes,
ITV.
Yeah, they were on that.
The
really
big red lips. Yeah.
They were on that back in the day. Do you know what? I went to see them for, I think it was Circus with the elephant coming out.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest shows I've been to. They're just great. I love them. We watched during lockdown. We watched their what was it? The Meerkat.
The live concert they did thing. Yes.
And they're just such nice lads. They really are. Jason Orange, bless him. He just did a bit of this, didn't he?
I could go back further than Motormouth, and it's you can search for it on YouTube actually. Take That when they were just dancers, they weren't really singing anything, and it was on like an Irish late show, like a late talk show.
Oh yeah, the Late Late Show.
Yeah, they were on there just dancing
yeah.
and break dancing and stuff. Yeah.
How do they do it though? Show me again. That was so cute. Honestly, I do adore you. You are lovely. If you have this little banter, but when you are a cute hairy bear, which I love.
If you watch their first video for their first song before they were properly famous, it is the campest thing in the world.
Oh, with the jelly.
Yeah, the jelly and rolling on the floor in.
Don't need a 15-minute preview with that, do you?
No, definitely not. So yeah, that was my number 5. Was Take That. They are just. They've never had a bad. When they've come out with an album, they've always had songs that, as soon as you hear them, you think that's a great pop track. It's just you're gonna hear it for ages. So I really like Take That.
A little bit controversial though. The latest stuff is a bit middle of the road. It's not pop music, is it, as it used to be? I suppose they can't get away with it now, can they?
Well, no, it's a bit Radio 2. It's a bit Radio 2. But I will say, for Take That, I remember the documentary, which kind of brought them all back. And I'll never, ever forget the very end of it. And they were interviewing Robbie. And Robbie actually turned around and said, do you know what? I really wish I had what Gary has.
Try to start that a bit again, Damien.
Yeah. So Gary, Robbie turned around and said, I really wish I had what Gary had, which was a family, which was kids. And it was really poignant that Robbie was so kind of out there, but he just wanted to have a life like Gary Barlow. And in time he has, which is lovely to see. But Take That for me, I think, early, older stuff. The Flood, I think, is brilliant. I think Shine is fantastic. All right.
Sorry.
Like Jive Bunny and the Benga Boys.
The Master Mixers. Are they classed as a band?
No, they are not. They're just really, really good. And they are, the reason they're very Radio 2 now is because the people that they're fans are our age and are Radio 2 listeners, so they are still carrying on. So, and I think they will carry on going, and I would imagine Jason Orange will come back at some point to do a 5-piece reunion tour, and just do that. But yeah, I really like that. So that's my number 5. At number 4, let me get through this because I know you two will never have heard of it. Although Darren, you may have, if you remember from my show we used to do together. It's a bit of a curveball one, this one, but they were formed again in 1989. They are an American group. They've won Grammys and CMA awards. CMA awards.
Effervescence.
They've done 6 albums. They are an American bluegrass band. And it is a group called Nickel Creek. Not Nickelback, but Nickel Creek. I first heard them. I remember when you used to watch music TV channels and you used to watch the music videos like the hits or whatever. I first heard them on there. Damian, just listen to me. Don't go off on one. And I listened to that and I just loved it. And I listened. Both of their main albums are just on constant repeat for me. Don't put your lid down.
Ian, are these bluegrass
Bluegrass. Yes.
Bluegrass group? Do they do like bluegrass versions of pop songs?
No, they. I think Barbara's got a bit close to him. To be fair.
What's up with him?
You are so. He's so out there, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is, and I love him dearly. Like I love you, that you are such a big bear. He just comes up. He's so serious.
No, well, it's our top 5. It's meant to be serious.
This is why I'm saying it's cute because he comes. So to be honest, my favourite band is Nickelweed.
Nickel Creek, you idiot. Go and listen to a couple of their songs. If you don't like country and I like quite a bit of country music, but they do Ode to a Butterfly and The Lighthouse Tower. The Lighthouse Tower is a beautiful song. It's absolutely fantastic. And Damien,
To be honest, when I'm in the bath, sometimes I listen to a bit of Nickelweed, and the best one is Ode to Joy.
Damien, do you know what you are? You're at. That's what you are. Right, at number 3...
Nickelweed.
British band from Devon. 2 Grammy Awards, 2 Brit Awards, 5 MTV European Music Awards, and 8 NME Awards. They are the best live band I have ever seen, and I saw them at the V Festival 2008, which is when I first came out to somebody else, when I first came out to my brother. And they are Muse.
Oh yeah, very good band.
I like them.
Really good band.
I didn't know they were from Devon though.
They are from Devon, and I'm not joking. I went to the V Festival in 2008, I believe it was. I came out to my brother at that time. He was the first person I'd ever come out to in the family. But it was Muse. It is a sound of music, and it is a wall of music for the constant 2 hours of their set. And it's just absolutely, they are fantastic. I just think they're really, really good. So
I agree with you with that. That is music. I mean, that is something that can just take you to a different area. And if I was listening in the bath with you, I would probably not listen to Nickelweed and probably listen to Muse.
Ian, can I just ask you, Muse, are they a bit gothic? A bit
no, they're rock.
A bit dark.
No, they're not. They're not goth at all. They're quite heavy rock music. But they're just. I really like Muse. So at number 2, I've got a feeling this might be on Damien's list as well, maybe. They are the Britpop band, no question whatsoever. They won. It is Oasis. They're both idiots, but the Oasis at the time, in my late teens, early 20s, all that sort of stuff, they were the group, and their Definitely Maybe album is just... Still now, it's just brilliant. They are fantastic.
Phenomenal. I agree with that. And to be fair, I'm quite a fan of what's his band now? Not Noel.
High Flying Birds.
Really like that band. Yeah. Really great music. So yeah, I'll get. Do you know? Well, it's my number 2 as well. To be fair.
You see, I was never a fan of. I was at school when their albums were in the charts, and I was never a fan of that whole Britpop scene.
You were more Blur, weren't you?
No.
Lived in a house, a very big house with a kitchen.
I don't mind Blur.
That's very good. No, but I prefer Oasis on their own. So the two brothers on their own, because both of them would. Yeah,
No.
I think Liam and Noel sound great on their own. But imagine if they did actually just say, "Do you know what? Let's do one gig together." How massive would that be?
If they did a reunion, and it will happen at some point. They don't get on any at the moment. They really don't. If you follow them on Twitter, they definitely don't get on with each other. But it will at some point in the future. There will be a reunion gig for Oasis, and it will be biggest event. It will be. They could probably do. Was it Rob Williams did Nebworth? He did 3 nights there, and that was massive. They could probably do that for a month and still sell it out. It's my number 1 band of all time. From 1970. It was one of the, not the 1970, it was one of the very first CDs I brought. With John Deacon, Roger Taylor, Brian May, and the one and only Freddie Mercury, selling over 300 million albums, and the biggest selling group of all time. It is, of course, Queen.
You can't beat Queen.
It's my number 1. I'll just throw it out there now. 21 tours they've done, which is phenomenal. They're still Adam Lambert, I think, is amazing.
I want to see Adam Lambert and Queen in concert.
He's just phenomenal. Freddie, of course, was no one can ever replace him. Adam's just adding a different layer to the band. Great. Cannot say enough about Queen. They're my number one. I've got their albums on vinyl. Flock of Ducks just going past. Have you heard it?
They were a great 80s band. Oh, sorry, Flock of Seagulls. Anyway, so yeah, Queen are for me, and also I don't think there's an era of Queen that is better than another era of Queen. Do you know what I mean by that? Sometimes you'll go, oh, the 80s version of Queen is better than the 90s version of Queen.
Oh yeah, no, they carried on throughout.
Everything was great. You need to watch. Have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes, it's brilliant.
Phenomenal.
Fabulous.
Really phenomenal. He is
fabulous.
Such a great actor in that as well. It's one of those films as well. You just by the end of it, you love them even more. And I think this is one of the reasons that Barbara suggested this feature as well. That band, if you listen to the music and you listen to Bohemian Rhapsody, where on earth did they come up with some of those flicks and trills and all that sort of stuff? It's a bizarre song that it kind of starts off in one way. You're on this journey, goes somewhere psychedelic, and then you're back again. It's like when you're younger and you're on the park drinking a bottle of 2020. You don't quite know what's going on.
Question is though, Damien, would that be a hit now if somebody else did something similar to that? In this day and age, would something as out there as Bohemian Rhapsody still make it?
Do you know the closest thing I can think of modern day to that? And it's nowhere near close as in quality, but it would be The Darkness. The Darkness is one, because it's a very similar mix of sound, and it's a very similar way of the song goes. But yeah, I love Queen. Freddie Mercury is just... He was gone way too soon. He was taken from us way too soon. I was gutted.
At school when they announced
I was as well. Gutted.
Didn't really understand it back in the day. Then I think it was 92. Was it
something like that?
It was 92. And it was terrible, absolutely terrible. I mean, he looked so poorly at the end. God rest his soul. And it was again, like Ian said. But my top, my number one and my number two, exactly the same as Mr. Ian Barstow. So
I thought I had a feeling we would be fairly close on most of them. So I'm going to do my honourable mentions now quickly, just to get them out there. So my honourable mentions would be Florence and the Machine. Because I think they are brilliant. I think she is really, really good. Guns N' Roses. I can listen to Guns N' Roses all day. They are, particularly if you're driving, if you're on a long journey. Guns N' Roses in the car is amazing. And they're not really a group, but are they a group? Because they do play their own instruments, but there's only two of them. A bit of a dance one would be Daft Punk. So, Damien, your number, unless you're going to change them, your top five is going to be quite quick.
No, not at all. And I think we're always going to have a bit of an overlap. So, number one was Queen. Number two was Oasis. My number five, they were around they came out in 1980. They've actually sold in excess of 90 million tracks. They went from the underground to one of the biggest signees in record history. It's a very different kind of mix of songs, and some would suggest it's a bit Donnie Darko. But I really like them. They're a really great band, and it is something that stands for something. R-E-O-M.
R-E-O?
I thought you were going to go REO Speedwagon.
We're not having that. What are we having? Rowan Chips.
R-E-M.
R-E-M.
1980.
1980 they were formed.
Are they not just really depressing?
Look, do you know what it's not? It's not something you listen to if you wanted to go in and win a sales and award. It's not the most motivational music. But in terms of, I love it how he's writing this down. So I'm just going to do a bit of research now. So
I'm writing them down so I can put them in. So it's fine. Come on, carry
on. No, I just think they're a great band that, again, the music takes you on a bit of a journey. You've got to listen to the words. And they actually signed a huge deal back in the day that took them from absolute underdogs to superstardom. And they are one of my faves.
See, REM, I'm a bit uncomfortable with REM, to be honest, Damien, because there's only two songs that jump out to me, which is Shiny Happy People and Orange Crush.
Well, I don't want you to be uncomfortable, Darren.
And that's
I mean,
REM's a bit, he needs, Michael Stipe from REM needs a tray of kebab meat, chips, mayonnaise, and a Coke, and a night out.
He's probably vegan, to be fair.
Yeah, I won't deny that that's a good analogy, to be honest. Could all do with a bit of kebab meat, to be honest. I
prefer a Savoy.
Number four was the same as you, Ian. It was Take That. Number 3, 123.8 million sales.
Can I just bear with it? Is someone doing something in the background? I want to.
Sounds like there's a mouse on a wheel. Or
I know.
Something.
Is it you, Darren?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I know she's your new wife, but do you know what I mean?
It does sound like someone's like.
Packing you up?
No, I think she's moving about.
You're all right, love. Ready live.
It's plastic bags. Don't worry about it.
I mean, what's she doing? Packing. It's all right. We're broadcasting to the nation, woman. Unbelievable. Going through the Tesco bags. I don't want these. We need to get paper. What's all of this? 10 pence per bag. Get rid of that.
She's saying naughty words about you, Moomin, behind your
There's no
screen.
need for that. To tell you, love.
Cheers.
Hey, we'll be having chats. So, number 3, 123.8 million sales. They are regarding it as a heavy metal band. 1973. Oh, yeah. AC/DC, baby.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That shocks me.
I wouldn't know. Yeah, and me, actually.
Yeah. So you don't know some things about me?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
So that's my top honourable mentions to Scissor Sisters.
Oh, yes, good shout. Good shout. Where are they? Why have they not released new music now?
Why are they not around?
It's really disappointing.
I think are really good as well.
Jake Shears from Scissor Sisters is doing stuff on his own in Vegas, I believe, or was doing stuff on his own.
Okay, who was the other one, Damien? Sorry, Damien, you said
Effervescence.
Okay, yeah.
Good. The other one, which my wife hates and detests, is Western. Which
I'm surprised Darren didn't presume I would put into my list. To be fair.
So there you go. Yeah, I enjoyed that actually. Yeah. So here we go. We build it up because this is where we finally get the top 5 of the biggest walnut in the UK. I'd crack him open with a little bit of them walnut crackers at Christmas just to see what was inside, bless him. Darren, let's hear your top 5.
Ian, I'm very surprised with yours before I do mine. There were no pop bands as such in there, pop artists.
And do you want to know why?
Really shocked.
Well, there's pop artists is different to bands. So if it was pop artists, I probably would have put Lady Gaga and, Kylie and all that sort of stuff in there, but because it's bands, it's slightly different. I have a very different taste in music to what people think I should have.
Yes,
on these stereotypes which we've already talked about on this show. So, Darren, your top 5, please. Are you ready, Damien?
Yes, right. Okay.
Can't wait for this.
So my top 5. Okay, number 5 is from a band where I don't like the sound of the band when they first started out. I liked their 80s and early 90s era of their more commercial music. In fact, they became more popular when they got a bit older.
Duran.
Went more commercial. Their early stuff was very psychedelic and very moody. Originally, the lead singer who we know of is the lead singer now was the drummer of the band.
Genesis.
Originally. Yes. So I like the Phil Collins era of Genesis. The hits that they had in the 80s and the 90s, Land of Confusion. What was the other one? Not Sussudio, not the other one. What was the one with all the spitting image puppets in it?
He loves them so much you can't even name the albums.
Invisible Touch, I Can't Dance, all that kind of caper.
That's not a bad shout, actually. I do. Yeah. I am quite partial to a bit of Genesis every now and then.
I'd like to see them live anyway, because but
it always reminds me of Dairy Milk.
That is one of the best adverts of recent times. That is with the gorilla.
Really is. If you go to Cadbury's World, they've actually got the gorilla there playing the drums. Pretty cool.
Slightly off point because that's Phil Collins as a solo artist, not Genesis.
All right, Ozone. Look at him. Hey?
So a little bit off point.
Darren, are any of your bands new? Are any of your bands from like the last 20 years? Or is this literally just their 80s group list?
Yes. Hang on, there's a midge.
What, Midge-Ure? Is that a clue to one of the bands?
Sorry.
There's a midge there. Sorry, that was really bugging me. Anyway, bugging me. Midge, did you get it?
I see what we did there, because it's like it was a bug and you were bugging me. Yeah.
Right, okay. My number 4 is a relatively new band. They are classed, or they like to be classed as a rock band. But whenever you mention them to a rock fan, they kind of laugh at you. He did one song on his own, which was the Spider-Man theme.
Okay, no, I'm not sure.
No. Chad Kroger is the lead singer. He's recently gone very commercial by cutting all his hair off and gone short haired. Nickelback. What's wrong with Nickelback?
No, I think they're pretty cool, actually. I'm just a bit surprised.
They're not recent either, to be fair.
No, I mean, we can't pick holes in this. This is Darren's top 5. And I've got to say, for, a sweaty man-child...
Hasn't stopped us for the last 10 episodes, Damien, to pick holes in his top 5.
No. But, I want to be one with Darren here. That's quite a good one.
I don't get why Nickelback have not, retained their, coolness, I suppose.
Because they're not very good.
Yeah, but their first hit that they had, their
first hit.
Phenomenal.
Their first hit.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. You can't say they're not any good when you've got flipping Nickelweed or whatever they're called. No one's ever heard of it. Oh, let's get round the campfire and listen to Nickelweed.
Yeah.
Grammy and award. Grammy and whatever.
Anyway, right. So Nickelback, yeah. Number 3 is a band that I really want to see from the 1980s, predominantly 1980s again. But something always happens and I don't get to see them. The lead singer is one of the finest bass players that I've ever heard. And he plays his bass guitar around his neck and he slaps the bass like that. Big hits include...
Sorry, what does he do with his hand?
Slaps the bass there like that around his neck.
It's quite impressive, that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I might slap the bass after this show.
Fantastic band. Level 42.
Oh, shut up. No, I'm not having that.
No, sorry. No.
Why?
No.
Darren, that's appalling.
No.
Why?
That's awful. That's okay, Pop Pickers, coming up after the break. We're going to have a new track from Level 42.
They are a great
No,
band.
they're not.
Oh,
Great
Darren.
band.
They're not,
And
though.
the songs are always played on the radio. Always played. And there's a reason for that. They're great, catchy commercial songs.
They're a one-hit wonder.
No, they aren't.
Possibly
Hang on.
one of the worst choices of all choices.
One hit wonder. I can name you at least five straight away.
Moving on.
Running in the Family. Sun Goes Down. Right.
Sun Go Down on You soon.
Peace on Earth. There's another one. Forever Now. It's just endless hits.
Sorry, that was a timer going. Right, number 2, please. I don't agree with you, Level 42. Sorry.
Right, okay. Number 2 are a band that I didn't realise are still going. And one of my old program controllers sent me a photograph of him watching the band live. And I'm like, oh my God, they're still going. Pre-COVID, obviously, in Vegas. Very funky band, a soulful band. Their songs were very well known in the 80s for filling a dance floor back in the day.
Can we not go 90s, or can we not go a bit more current? What are you
Living in the 80s, living in the 80s.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, the band are Kool and the Gang. Do you remember Kool and the Gang? They did Celebration. Celebrate. No? Somebody's got backache lip. Did you hear that?
Yes. I'm actually just going to sit here because that hurts when I stand up. It doesn't really have the same effect.
That'll teach you. Is he going to come back or is he going to blow his hooter again? Here he is with his bareback mountain shirt on.
And he's got a tissue in his hand as well.
Yeah. How are you, cowboy?
I had to blow me schnozzer, and I really needed a trump as well.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't want to do it on air.
Number 1, please, Darren.
Number 1 is a pop band. They were originally classed as a soul band. Started their life out as a as a touring act because their dad put them together. Well-known brothers, well-known for falling out with the main lead singer who took the limelight and went on to amazing stardom afterwards. We've seen me and the wife, as I can say now, we've seen them twice. And I've chosen this band because they are even really amazingly good, even though their brother is no longer with us.
The Proclaimers.
No.
I
The
know
Jacksons. Yeah.
Do you know what? I wouldn't put it on the top. But
Not,
they are a great band.
Damien, let me just clarify. Not the Jackson 5. I didn't like their kiddie kind of, Amy. Yeah, I didn't like any of that. None of that.
Never
I
do
like
that
again. I'd like their 70s, early 80s funk disco stuff. So Can You Feel It? Blame It on the Boogie. Shake Your Body Down to the Ground. So when you could see Michael Jackson being the Michael Jackson we know as a teenager and a young adult, that's the era of the Jacksons I like.
Darren, do you like anything from the year 2000 onwards or the year 1990 onwards? Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Craig David, big fan of Jason Derulo, Neo. I like Chris Brown, controversial I know, but I like some of his stuff and his moves. Yeah, so I like Flow Rider. I quite like Flow Rider actually. Florida.
Did you miss out on the dance movement of the late 90s, early 2000s? Because both me and Damien are very much. If I said JXL to Damien or Sonic,
there's nothing I won't do. Sonic, I put a spell on you.
Yeah. Or Basement Jacks or all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's very cute. You seem you're very stuck in the synthesizer era.
What I'm saying is these, with the films and with the TV shows and with these bands as well, these are the bands that I love and I will listen to in the car. If I was doing a gig or a radio show, they wouldn't be on there. It would be, Living Joy. It'll be Ultranate. It'll be, you know what I mean? Because yes, that's how I learned to DJ, was playing those 90s stuff.
Damien, is Babs there?
She is actually.
Is she now closed?
Sorry. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. No. It's up to you, to be honest. Yeah. Okay. When? Okay. No problem. Right then. Good.
What was that?
You what, sorry?
What was that?
Just if I wanted a drink.
Sounded like a drink with something in it.
Okay.
That sounds like Kill Bill. Anyway, go on. What? Come on. What is it?
See, the thing is, what people don't realise is Damien just sat in his kitchen on his own, acting like he's talking to somebody. I'd imagine if anyone looks in the window when he's doing it, they would think he's gone absolutely stark raving mad.
Oh, you're right. I don't know where you look. Just because he's inside the TARDIS. Oh, look at David White. Oh.
Nobody can see through his window. He lives on his estate with his helicopter pad outside.
Can I just say this as well? It just makes me laugh every week. For the love of God, Darren, next week, shut your door.
Why?
Every week. It's like, you're letting all the hates out, man.
Because
shut the door.
It's got personal pictures.
Anyway, right, Damien, what is next week's top 5, please?
Well, I think Barbara, our lovely producer, has gone in line with this week's theme. This is a difficult one, but it could be phenomenal and it could be very, very funny. Our top
A tap?
Top 5 taps. Well, I like the screwy ones anyway.
I won't lie, I am so poorly tonight. I don't feel the best at all.
And at number 2 is the one
I was
going to
tap out tonight. I won't lie to you. When I got that message from me, make sure you're online at 7:45. I'll give you 7:45, mate. Our top 5 favourite ever songs.
Actual just songs.
Just songs.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just songs.
Darren, can we not have just 80s, please?
If I like the 80s, that's what you're going to get.
Mix it up a bit.
I do like some modern day stuff, yes.
Yeah, great one there from the... Let's have a look at the synthesizers.
And that is it for this week on the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. So, a little summary of the show. Darren won Darren versus Damian convincingly again. He also got the 5 extra points for getting Michael Jackson as the mystery voice. We'll have a new one of them next week. Our top 5 bands were very interesting. Darren's was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, if I'm completely honest. It was still quite bad. So we'll be back again next Monday. We will have more of the same, including our top 5 favourite songs of all time, not including artists from the groups we've already picked this week. I pretty much know my number 1, and neither of you are going to like it. Well, you might like it, but you won't agree with it. So anyway, Damien, thank you so much. I hope you feel better soon, because you are not very well tonight.
No, thank you very much, and thank you for bearing with me tonight. You've not had Damien on form tonight, but I do feel a bit bleh. So to everyone that's listening, stay safe. There's new rules in place now, the 6 and only 6 and B6 and the power of 6. So stay safe, wear your masks when you go out, and be kind to everyone as well. It doesn't take a lot to be kind, so stay safe.
Darren, thank you very much for your company today.
Thank you. I won. Ta-da.
So yeah, when you are listening to this on the Monday morning, the new Power of 6 will be in place. So basically, you can't socialise with more than 6 people. So do follow the rules, because otherwise we could well end up in a further lockdown over Christmas, which nobody wants at all. So that is it from the As Yet Unnamed Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget, check us out on the website, theasyetunnamedpodcast.uk, and on Twitter @AsYetUnnamedPod. We'll be back again next Monday morning from 6 a.m. and Wednesday live on Facebook. Until then, ta-da!